So first, before starting the routing, let's check these router configuration, which are inside site 3 and site 1. What is configured here on these routers? So these routers are nothing but the traditional route iOS routers. And if you want to check its IP interface brief, so there is one IP address configured on the interface connected towards VH3, and which is having an IP address of 30.30. So that is the same link. Similarly, and let's check, is there anything else? Show IP route. No, nothing is configured as of now. Or is it there? It appears that there is a static route configured. So let's remove it as of now. Let's remove it. IP route. Let's remove it as of now. I think there is nothing else other than the IP address. No. Let's check on the other router now. Show run IP route. Maybe we might have put those route for testing. So do you guys remember why did we put those routes? No. Okay. Anyways, now we have nothing in those routers, only the IP addresses. And if we check our connectivity to the next hop, we should be having the connectivity 10.1, right, to the VH1, and from here it's VH3 68.30.3. So we have the connectivity, and we should be going to the workstation. UniNets @123. Let's now access our VManage first. Start a new session or restore it. Let's not do it. Do it again. Try again. Do we not have connectivity? We should be having. Okay, we have not. See, we have not switched on this switch 1. That's why we don't have any connectivity via management plane. And this is the IP address of the management plane. Not management plane, management subnet. So now we should be having connectivity to it. Admin. So how many VH routers we should be seeing on the dashboard? 2, because as of now we have powered on 2 devices, one VH1 and VH3. So as of now there are total 7 VHs, but we have powered on only 2. And if you want to see, you can see from here. Those system IPs are 333 and 111. We have one vSmart, one vBond, one vManage, 2 VH routers. Now let's go to, don't go anywhere now. So as of now, we do not have any configuration on the site 1 and site 3. And if you check on VH1, what is happening? Let's not check the console, rather taking its SSH to get a better view. Let's open the terminal and SSH to SSH to, what is the IP address of one? Okay, it's 101.0.0.0.1 admin. So that's the VH1. Similarly, let's open VH2, SSH admin 101.0.0.0.3 admin. Okay. So our controllers are up, our VHs are up, connected internal routers are also up, and we can see the connectivity. So if everything is okay, then we should be seeing what? The vSmart, which is OMP peer from here. So which is our OMP peer from VH1? It's the vSmart. So vSmart is 444 to 54, which is this one. And it's an OMP peer from VH1. Similarly, OMP peer from here is OMP peer. It's vSmart. Okay. Similarly, if you go to vSmart, you can check the OMP peer from here. So show OMP peer from here. There should be, as of now, 2 OMP peers, which is 1 and 3. Okay. Now we have this link up, which is connected to router 10. And similarly, we also have a link connected to 3. And these are the directly connected links. If you have the directly connected links, then these directly connected links are automatically advertised to OMP. You need not to specifically advertise directly connected links to OMP. It is by default. So if you check show OMP routes, you will be seeing, don't look at that way. Let's try to do that way. Yeah. So if you check router 1, you have 2 routes. One is the directly connected, which is 10 itself, and which it is receiving from its own. And the other one is 192.168.30.0, and which it is receiving from its OMP peer, which is 4.4.4.254. Okay, and we are receiving these routes, this route via T-Lock 3, via T-Lock 3. And what is the status of the T-Lock? Once you receive the T-Lock information, what these routers does? Who can tell me? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
So guys, be attentive or be keep your participation little more. Okay. So this route is being received via these T-locks, this T-lock, and once these router exchange T-locks, what happens? They form IPsec tunnels or VPNs.
Correct.
So if you want to check the IPsec connection or VPN connection, once they form the VPN connection, BFD session initiates. It happens automatically. So if you want to verify, the ultimate verification of the VPN is BFD. So BFD sessions. What is wrong? BFD sessions. So if you want to check the BFD session, so these many sessions are being formed to router 3, and all sessions are up. All sessions are up. And if these sessions are up, that means from OMP, this route will be installed in its routing table. So if you want to see the route, show IP route, so you can see that this route 30.0 is being received via OMP, and the T-lock IP is 3.3, and the color is MPLS and Biz Internet. So what is essentially happening here? This router is advertising its prefixes as well as T-lock, and in T-lock routes it also advertises its keys and everything else, which we discussed in detail. So once these routers exchange the keys and T-lock information, these router initiates VPN tunnels, and they form VPN tunnels. Once these VPN tunnels are formed, these router exchange the routes which are directly connected to them. In this case, we have this link towards router 10 and towards router 30 inside 3. And how these routes are being exchanged? This router advertise its routes in OMP, and OMP, and it reaches to vSmart, and vSmart then passed on that router to another VHs. In this case, the VH3 and VH1. Now, if you want to check whether your traffic from this link 10.0 to 3.0 will be reached towards this or not, you can check via this way. First, you have to find out whether you are receiving route in OMP or not. So router 3 is advertising, which is happening by default. Router 3 is advertising its routes in OMP, its connected route in OMP, and it is being received in OMP on router 1. So if I am on router 1, I can check show OMP routes. So if you write this command, you will be getting the detail that how you are receiving this route. You are receiving this route from your OMP peer, and the why T-Lock IP is this, and your color of the internet is this, and this is nothing but an IPsec tunnel. Now, at this stage, you know that this is the T-Lock IP from which you are receiving this route, and it is an IPsec. Now you need to check whether your IPsec tunnels are actually being established or not. So you can check it via show BFD sessions, or if you want, you can be specific by checking uh, the specific system ID, system IP, which is in our case 3.3.3, and then enter. And here you can check that yes, we have multiple VPN tunnels formed and all tunnels are up, and that's why. And and you should be knowing why these four tunnels are coming up, because the by default behavior is this: if this router has two links, everything will be full matched. So this interface, this T-Log will be forming VPN from this link, and to this link there are two tunnels, and two tunnels from this link. That's why you have four VPN tunnels. So once you know that VPN tunnels are up, that means you will be seeing show IP route, this one in its routing table, and then you are good to send traffic to 192.168.30.3, right? But this will not work, because whenever we are trying to send traffic, we should be specifying the VPN. If you do it by default, then that means it is taking global VPN, which is VPN 0. And in VPN 0, these routes do not exist. So you have to specify 192.168 dot, sorry, you have to specify VPN 1, right? So you will be able to reach it. But as of now, you won't be able to reach the internal router of site 3, which is 30. Why? Because you are not having a return route.
Default route 130, right? Yeah.
Yes, you are not having that specific
Mm.
route. So in this
Yeah.
case, if you have a network scenario where you do not have any routes inside, or very simple topology, then you need not to do anything. You need not to touch any routing thing at all. But in our case, we only have one specific connected route. uh, your site may be having multiple internal connected routes. In our case, this is only one link. Maybe there are 4 links, 5 links, or n number of links. So all the links will be automatically advertised to the OMP, and OMP will pass on to the other end. So even in that case, you need not to do anything. But in most of the cases, scenarios are not that simple. It is little more complex than this. So what happens in that case? Let's go back to our routers, and right now we have show IP interface brief. We have this and nothing else. So let's create couple of loopbacks. Loopbacks. Loopback. Let's say not zero. Let's say 1, wherein okay, let's 1 only. Mm, I'm just thinking. checking the consistency. Let's take loopback. Loopback 10 because this is router 10. So let's take route 10 and IP would be, let's take 10 dot IP address 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot 10 255 255 255 255. This is one, and there may be another which is loopback, let's say 100. Mm, 100 is 10 dot IP address 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot 100. 255 255 255 dot 255. Okay, so we have couple of loopbacks. Show IP interface brief. Similarly, let's go to router 30. IP interface loopback 30. IP address 30 dot 30 dot 30 dot 30 255 255 255 255. Interface loopback 300 IP, but IP cannot be 300, right? Mm, then in that case, let's take loopback
30.
not 300. Let's take let's take 33. Interface loopback 33. IP address 30 dot 30 dot 30 dot 33 255 255 255 dot 255 255 255, and then write show IP interface brief. We have loopbacks. Okay. So in order to, let's forget for some time, let's forget about loopbacks. Come back to this interface. So we have checked the connectivity from router 1 to router 3, and the router 1 is able to reach via VPN 1 to router 1's inside interface. But if you want to reach from router 1 to router 30, you will not be able to reach because you do not have any return route. And if you put an static route towards 10.0 on router 30, you will be able to reach it. So in that case, you have to put a static route on your router 30, but still you won't require anything on these routers, right? On V edges,
Correct.
right? But now now you have internal networks as well. These are your connected interfaces, which is 10.0 and 30.0. But now after creating those loopbacks, you also have your internal routes. So how those internal routes will be
Subnet.
exchanged between site 3 and site 1? So those routes will be exchanged via V edges. How? First, this V edge router, first of all, has to be reachable to those routes which you have created, right? So if you go to VH1, so if you go to VH1, you will be easily uh, reach to your connected link 168.10.10. There is no issue because it's directly connected, but you won't be able to reach your loopbacks, right?
Correct.
Right. So if you ping your what was the network 10.10.10.10 VPN 1, you will not be able to reach it because you do not have any route to it. So how you can create that route? You can create a route from here, right? IP route just like that. 10.10.10.10, right? Slash 32, right? You can do like this, right? You can do something like that. But unfortunately, you won't be able to do from here. Why? Because this device is now managed by your VManage. Okay. So you should be going to your VManage, go to VManage, configuration. Inside configuration, you have to go to templates. In templates, we have device template and feature templates. So you currently on these devices 1 and 3, which template is being used? Mm, one, I think this one. For 1 and 3, this template is being used. This one, VEdge feature template. Currently, this template is being used. So let's open this template and review what is being configured. Let's open this in edit mode. So we have the basic configuration template. So these VPN interfaces are for the uplinks, which are connected to your internet and MPLS cloud. So we should not be touching it. VPN 512 is not being used, but still we have to configure it. Now here is the service VPN which we configured. In service VPN, what did you configure? One you configured is VPN VPN1 feature template, and under this you also configured interface geek 0 by 2, and here you provided the IP address of this link. Now what is the requirement now? You have to configure your static route towards loopback so that this router is having reachability to those loopbacks, right?